Are you looking for an amazing deal without breaking the bank? We've got this amazing David Weekley home for under $450,000 right here in Brookewater. Come take a look. So this is it, 3160 square feet. This is the Omaha plan by David Weekley. It's got some really great things I want to point out to you. Just starting from the outside, I love what they did here, just with the ceiling, the little cover over the window, just adds a nice little dimension there. We do see a little bit of stone coverage right here. So the gray stone against this, it's got more of a brownish tone on the brick. So that looks really nice the way that mixed in here. This window actually is going to end up being going out to the garage. So again, we're going to go take a look at that, but just overall really beautiful design coming in here. David Weekley, if you're not familiar, is known for building a great quality home. So let's come on in and take a look at it. Now, I will tell you one thing I always love about these is you see here this little nameplate for David Weekley. They do a great job with the homes. They're really proud of them, and that's something that you see that they really stand by their name. So let's take a look at the inside. So as I mentioned earlier, this is 3160 square feet. This is the Omaha plan. It actually, so this is set up to be an office right here. You can, if you have this built, you can get this closed up so that could be more private. Maybe do some French doors right here. You can see you get some really good natural light coming in here. So that's a nice little added feature there. Of course, throw a nice little chandelier there if you wanted to, but you get plenty of lighting, maybe even a fan there. One thing we missed as we came in was here we do have a bedroom here up front. So you have a little bit of a direct, this is the window we mentioned earlier with the little cover. So you do have a little bit of a decorative cove out here. So you can see that. And of course, your closet right here. This room does have a dedicated bath. So this would be a great, mother-in-law type suite scenario, or just, someone in here for a little bit longer, get a little bit more privacy. We mentioned earlier, you got the garage here. We'll take a look at that, but again, another great feature is the mudroom. So many homes nowadays are not having a mudroom installed, so definitely a need. And here we go, take a look. As you can see, we've got this little area here for extra storage as well. So you can set that up here. You don't have to be taking everything up to the attic. So that's really important there. Let's go ahead and turn this around. So you see you're gonna have your 2-car garage. This is a fridge that's gonna be going in there. Now, one thing I do like, Weekley does do a tankless water heater. I'm gonna tell you one thing that most builders do not do, which they're doing, is gonna be this little drip pan. Now, a lot of people are doing the tankless water heater. They're not doing the drip pan because a lot of the comments are, well, it's gonna spill on the concrete and go out anyway. But that is a code there, so that's a nice piece. As I mentioned, so you do also see the finished walls in here as well. You even have the baseboard. So a baseboard through here. So just talks again a little bit more about the different quality that they like putting into the homes. So now we're back into the main house. Now, some of the other things I really like about David Weekley are going to be their finishes. They do a beautiful job finishing out the homes, and this stove is to die for. So we're going to go take a look at that in a minute, but come take a look at the rest of the house. So walking down, this is where going to be the second and third bedrooms are. You do have a shared bath right here for those. Again, you got the quartz countertop. You even have the hardware here, which is a really nice feature. You've got the black matte water spout and then towel holder. Across from that, you're gonna have your laundry room. You do get a folding table, which is so important nowadays, especially if you've got kids or a lot of people living in here, which is a nice function. Of course, you got your hanging bar. You also do have a gas pipe for a gas dryer if you have that, in addition to the electric. Now, if I had to say one thing about these that I'm not super fond of, it is going to be the second and third bedrooms. Now, these are a little bit smaller. If I had to guess, somewhere between 10 by 10, maybe 11 by 10. So once you see how much space is in the room, these kind of feel even a little bit smaller, but you do get some good closet sizes here, but ultimately you are going to be reduced to just having like maybe a twin size bed in here. So that would be tough. So here we are in the dining room. I really love a couple features about this. Right here is a perfect little cove out, so you can actually throw some type of extra storage cabinetry right there if you wanted to. You do have some great natural light coming in. And in here, you've got the gold finish on the chandelier, which is gonna be beautiful there. I really like the finishes that they did, as I mentioned earlier. This wall is perfect for some type of artwork, even a lot of the mirror finishes, you could do that there. This does open up to the kitchen, and we're gonna see that right now. This island is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna tell you, so many places where I come in and you have an island that is just big and beautiful, but the problem is it's just not practical. Sometimes they're just so deep. I saw one where you almost had to have like a broom just to push stuff around because it was too deep. So you do see the gray veins here within the quartz, which is a really nice feature here. And this does match the countertop in the back. You do have, again, you got the black stainless, the black matte finish here. And as you can see here, this does extend to the countertop as well. I love this cooktop. Take a look at that. You know, they did a beautiful job when they put that in. You've got the drawers right here. So this is going to be definitely one of the main spots here for the kitchen, as well as your built-ins. So you get the full Frigidaire package with this, and you've got a little bit of a desk area here. Let's be real, this is kind of 1980s. It's, you know, kind of been worked out, but there is some use for it. But you do have that. All right, as we go in, we're in the kitchen now. You see how this is going to open up to the living room. They did put the sliders into this house here. If you can see, there's no neighbors back there. So this is going to be the main drag back here. This is Finnet Valley. That's going to be back there. So you do have the sliders though, which makes for a really, really beautiful backyard. And you see some really good space throughout. So I do like that. These are about 10-foot ceilings as well. So you do get a little bit of height. I would love to have seen like an 11 or 12 footer. They do have plans that do have that. But in this room, not there, not in this house. But this master is beautiful. Look how big this is. Now I know it's so tough to really see it from video, but this has got to be one of the larger master bedrooms. So I wish they would have made this just maybe a tad bit smaller, only to give room to the secondary bedrooms. But this is absolutely beautiful. And I love, you've got a full wall of windows right here, all throughout. This is going to be a really, really nice point. Even got the little detailed windows there. So nice feature. Let's come in and take a look at this master bathroom. All right, here we are. Again, little of an area. I love this here where you've got the cabinets here with the gold finishes, which is really, really nice. That quartz extends all the way to the bathroom as well. Great bathtub here. I really like how they did this. One of the biggest problems I always see is people having to step over just to get in, and then it's so high you can trip. So I love how this is only probably about 15 inches high, so easily done there. You do have also the tile that extends all the way through here, and the flooring, of course, you do have the black matte finishes here as well. So love how they did the herringbone finish on this. So really, really beautiful sets here. Weekley does a great job with their closets, so we're about to go take a look at that. And believe me, this is just an amazing use of space, because they even incorporated, as you're going to see here, the space under the stairs, which we're going to go take a look in a minute. So as you can see, you've got plenty of space even for longer dresses or outfits to come on here. You've got the double shelves here. This is where I meant. This goes even under the stairway, which is right through here. We're about to go take a look at that. And then, of course, this is the hers closet. This is the his closet, right? So let's just be real. We know how that works. Do you have some shelves here? So perfect for shoes, bags, purses, or whatever that may be. Brookewater is one of Rosenberg's newest master plan communities. I really like this area. Having grown up here close to the area, this was kind of in the middle of nowhere. But with the growth that's been coming out to Fort Bend County, we're seeing that this is quickly becoming, all the growth is moving out here. So it's becoming a big highlight of the city. Now we're hearing a lot of rumors about things that may be coming out. I've heard about an H-E-B coming out. So if you're not familiar with our local area, H-E-B is our grocery store. We do have Kroger. We have heard about some different commercials that's set to be built right outside of Brookewater. I have not heard of anything that's been inked as far as formal plans, but I'm really excited to see what's going to come about of that. All right, so this is the half story. As I mentioned, this is a 3160 square foot home. This is a big game room upstairs. There's not any bedrooms up here. Those are all going to be down. You do have a bathroom that's going to be right through here, so it's definitely a really nice use of space. It's only got a toilet and sink, so you don't have the opportunity to turn this into a shower like a full bath. but perfect for if somebody's gonna be seeing the game, a game room, playroom up here. Even an office, if you wanted something larger, this is gonna be a great, great spot. Now, one thing, let me show you, this is the attic. And we can see that David Weekley does these spray foam installation as well. So that's really gonna be a feature that they really work on. And that's a big feature that they really try to push, because it talks about the, just really their ability to keep the house nice and cool. Even in these hot summer months, being in Texas, we do see where that gets extremely, extremely hot. But with that, even right now, the AC is off and it feels great. Now, the last feature I really want to talk about this, if you heard me say earlier, obviously you got the sliders here, so don't want to miss that. But this is the backyard. These are David Weekley builds on a 55-foot lot. And so there is going to be a little bit of space here to do something here. If you wanted to put a backyard barbecue, you do have the gas line there. The downside to this is that if you wanted to put in a pool, this one's going to be really tough. With this being on the main road, your easement's probably going to take up most of this yard. But the nice part is you do have no back neighbors. If you saw earlier, that's going to be the main road. Like I said, Finnet Valley is going to be right there. So you're going to have some amazing, amazing sunsets coming in. And that is it. This is the Omaha in Brookewater. We hope you enjoyed that tour. There's so many great things happening out here. And if you want more information about Brookewater, David Weekley, or any of the other builders out here, let us know. We'd love to get you that information. Remember, we are the Brookewater Insider, so we're bringing you all the great information and deals. And here's what, let me tell you this. David Weekley is, for this year, offering $50,000 off. As I mentioned, this is just under $450,000. Imagine getting this home for $400,000. This is the steal of the year.